up, everybody? Welcome back to the next episode review of Falcon and Winter Soldier. So, I need my comic gamer girl sister, of course, Animation.
Ciao, buonasera a tutti.
What's up, girl?
Feeling. What's up?
And so we also have another special guest returning. The wonderful, amazingly talented Simone.
Hello there, darling.
Is that right?
Oh, snap.
Talk about this awesome episode.
Yeah. Also, there are people in the chat like, what the
Yeah.
F?
Sean.
Sean.
Vicky, Loby.
Awesome possum.
Yay.
Yay, that's the guy from Brazil.
Hello.
Brazilian team sucks. Oh, kicker licker.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Ciao.
All right. So, how would you guys rate this episode compared to the
Zero.
first? Zero.
Oh.
I'm going to go a
6.5.
6.5. Yeah, I've decided 6.5.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Gabby?
A
4.
I think I'll agree with that because
A 4.
it wasn't.
A 4. I'm actually really shocked.
I mean, I think it would be more towards like a 7, honestly. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for the humor, I probably wouldn't even give a shit. As I said before the stream, like a lot of people had this thing with WandaVision that at episode 4 they start, right, now let's keep it rolling. But this is like 6 episodes and we're going to the 3rd episode. It's like we're halfway through. Like,
Yeah. They just need to
fire
get things
it up.
rolling.
Yeah, fast.
Yeah, I get that.
You should block him.
Okay,
yeah, but he has no taste.
Yeah.
I mean, I do agree it was better than the last one. Like, I think for me it was mostly the humor, like the constant like banter between Sam and Bucky was just hilarious.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, the White Panther. Oh, you're going all stealth mode. You think you're the White Panther? No, it's a White Wolf. That was fun. But yeah, other than that, it's like, the fuck they going at?
All right, so when the episode starts, it like we see John Walker, or the new Captain America.
Pretty boy.
What?
The pretty boy.
Yeah.
The most hated guy in the planet.
Yeah, the other guy. We'll just call him the other guy for now.
The chin, the jaw.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Jaw.
So he's getting ready to suit up for an appearance on Good Morning America. So, like, he seems nervous, and I guess his girlfriend comes in and says, "You got this." Like, and they were reminiscing about like, I guess that was his old high school or something.
Yeah.
Because he was like looking at the lockers and stuff. And then he basically said that he wants to be the best that he can be and he doesn't want to fail, which I can understand because like he's taken on the mantle of Captain America, so it's a lot
The
of
greatest
pressure.
ass of America.
So, and like the thing I liked about the whole like music sequence with the Marvel logo is like the band music. Like it kind of took me back to like middle school and high school because I was in the band, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, we didn't have that over here, you know. We actually had education. No, I'm kidding. No, but that's also very typical. I guess when us non-Americans see that whole band practice thing and the fact that some of you like wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning to be at school to play some music, like kidding me?
it was,
Yeah, but that's not a thing over
No.
here. Like, that's not a thing. Like, people go late to school where I live.
Right.
They're not bothered.
Like,
it wasn't
fuck that
easy,
shit.
honestly, because first of all, when you're in field band, you have to memorize all the notes and also like where to go, like on the field. Like you have a certain position that you're supposed to be in, and you need to follow it and play at the same time. So it's not easy.
True.
Yeah.
My position is like in the bed in the morning, so.
So anyway, like the band's playing and they have all decorated for the new Captain America. He comes running out and just starts talking to Good Morning America, and they like go over like a brief background on his like military training, and he said that he got 3 medals of honor, which is pretty impressive, I have to say. And then it like shows this little clip of him like throwing Cap's shield and like actually catching it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still not Cap.
Yeah.
You throw that shield all you want, you're still not Cap.
Exactly. Like, I'm like, okay, so you can throw the shield, but you're not Captain America. And like he even says that to Sam and Bucky later on. It's like I'm not trying to be Steve. I'm not trying to replace him, but I just want to hold up like the mantle the best I can. But either way, he's not Steve.
I mean, at that school thing, I noticed that he became popular pretty quickly with the merchandise, and I'm like, damn, I need my own set of figurines of myself, right? Only that's probably weird coming out of my mouth, but the fact that he also kind of he tries his hardest in a way to be accepted by like, yo, I'm not Iron Man, I'm not Bruce Banner, and I'm like, yeah, but you also got to be very careful with what you're saying right now because you have very thin eyes.
Mm-hmm. It was like the whole world is watching him, and like the expectations are very high because like the world like at that moment needs like hope, as the announcer said in the last episode. Like they need like symbol for hope, and that's why he has that job.
I also love the facial expressions of Bucky while he was watching everything on TV.
Yeah,
like what?
I was feeling for him there because I'm like, oh, Bucky.
The things he also said in this episode was interesting. It was kind of sad in a way, with the whole therapy session with Sam. And he's like, yeah, but if Steve was wrong about you, he was wrong about me. And I'm like, damn, someone is looking for recognition and whatever.
I think in a way he's kind of jealous that he gave Sam the shield and not him.
I don't think it's...
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't think it's jealous. I think maybe, I mean, of course, from my point of view, of course, you have a different opinion. But I think it's more like he really saw Steve going into the whole villain mode, or being seen as no longer as Captain America, the savior, just for him to save his ass. So he really believed in Bucky, and seeing him also cooperate with Sam in the meantime, I think he had so much faith build up that he constantly tries to prove himself. And the fact that that last bit of thing of Steve, an old guy, because he was the one that nodded to Sam to walk over there. He could have walked over there if he really, but he didn't. He was like, hey, he's your dude. I'm already 106 years old, so I think it's more, he knows his mind is being compromised, but I don't think specifically it's jealousy. I think he's just really looking for self-acceptance, and if Sam gives up that last bit of hope and that last memory of Steve away like that, it's like, he doesn't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm lost for words right now, so I don't know.
Yeah, because he's extremely, if you think about it, he's the same as Wanda. Like, he doesn't have anything, and he's lost everything. And obviously, they're both handling it, well, I say handling it, they're not really, but they're both having to deal with the world that they're in now, all by themselves. So it's, I think, because on that scene as well, like the pain in his face, you could just instantly see it, and it was really sad.
It's like in episode 1, right, when the therapist is like, you're free. Yeah, free to do what?
Yeah, like he doesn't have a purpose. He doesn't have nothing. I think he's just there because he's survived.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just looking for a purpose in his life, and he just doesn't know how to
And it's sitting right in this stream. I mean, hello. Call it Bucky. Back in the birth mode.
Honestly, with this fake Captain America, towards the start of the episode, he was just like, he seems like a good guy, and like he's trying to do whatever. And then towards the end, I really don't trust him, and I'm getting a really bad vibe where he's either going to be a villain in it, or there's going to be like I don't know, I don't trust him. Like he's not going to end up being Captain America. He's going to be something else, or I just don't trust him. I do think he's going to play a villain part. Yeah, or maybe that's just me. I don't know.
I had that discussion with my brother when I was watching it for the second time with my brother, and he was like, we were talking about the new Captain America, and my brother was like, maybe in the end he will kind of prove that he is worthy by dying. That in the end it was like, oh shit, like he was actually good, but he sacrificed himself. That something bad will happen, that eventually they come to the acceptance, like, yeah, maybe he is worthy of the shield. But I mean, in a way, when he said that, then stay out of my way, it's also something Steve would say. Like, if you're not part of it, then.
But like the way he said that, though, like to Sam and Bucky, I'm like, and given like that he's called U.S. Agent in the comics, so he's not called Captain America. So I don't really know a lot about him, but still.
But maybe also because he asks them for help. He does everything, to get Bucky out of the whole therapy thing, like he's going to be occupied because, I'm going to need him. And then Sam is like, yeah, but we are free agents, we do things differently. oh, okay, well then stay out of my way.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like you don't want to be part of like helping and cooperating, then stay the fuck out of my way, bitches.
Yeah, I still don't trust him.
Yeah, but that's just because of his jaw. You're like, oh man, there's something
No,
fishy
it's
with you. With him.
No, it's just him. I just get a vibe, and I just don't trust him.
Yeah.
That'd be me.
That Gabby is Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Like, if one thing would happen, I would be like, fucking, oh, Tony Stark. And then Gabby would say, watch your language.
Yeah.
Language.
Language. Oh my god. Another funny part that it was kind of brief, but when Bucky caught up to Sam, he was about to leave in that plane, and they went on that banter about the big three.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's right. He is right.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny, and then of course the White Panther comment too.
Yes. I was like thinking of like Assassin's Creed, going stealth mode and oh, you spent a few weeks in Wakanda, now you think you're the White Panther? Actually, I'm the White Wolf. And then his reaction, huh? But also when, as I think I said that last week with the trailer part with, like, do you have a plan? Like Steve always has a plan. That reminded me of like the Avengers movie where Steve is like asking Tony, like, do you have a plan or we need a plan? I have a plan.
Yeah.
And then attack, and he just goes out. And same happens with Sam. And then he's like, I don't need to shoot. And then and then you hear Sam's voice, just so you know, I got all of that on film.
that was great.
But like, that makes the show fun. Yes. Also, when the girl breaks it, he's like, oh, I always wanted to do that.
I know. Rest in peace, Red Wing. But that fight scene was awesome, though. I have to say that.
It has, again, though, the Winter Soldier sound when he was, like, kicked out of the truck. You kind of had that, I don't know, like the particular Winter Soldier sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I loved it, obviously, but I will say, again, maybe it's just me, but I hate, like, the MCU, like, especially with Bucky, I feel like when he plays Bucky and not the Winter Soldier, he's extremely watered down in his skills in fighting. I don't think, I can't think of what I'm trying to say, but like this, so this scene, what we're talking about, the fight scene on the truck. On there, he was like, they were both of them were holding it, and he just wasn't moving. And I obviously I know because both of them had the serum in them, so they're also strong. But I was just like, you could easily get out of that hold, and he wasn't doing anything. He was just stood there, and I do feel like he's extremely watered down in his fighting skills. So I'm hoping to see more.
Except the Winter Soldier, he's a beast,
Yeah, exactly. So as a like in the first episode on that flashback scene, that is so good. He's on point. He looks great. It just everything. But then I think as Bucky, yeah, he looks absolutely beautiful, obviously. But I think that his fight scenes are watered down. So yeah, I don't know whether I'm explaining myself, but I think I'm hoping to see more of his fight scenes. But yeah,
he's kind of like, how like a Trent Reznor of 9 Inch Nails of today Trent Reznor, and you just want the '90s Trent Reznor, so you like just get back on the drugs. It's kind of like get back to being the Winter Soldier. It's a bad
like
reference,
I feel
but
like there's certain points that where they need to show the full potential of that character.
oh, maybe maybe it's still part of his fear, and then maybe that will unleash near the end of the episode that he is like,
Hopefully.
okay, fuck it, I need to really just be Bucky, and here we go. That he's just afraid of killing people.
Yeah. Because the Winter Soldier that we've all like known, like, has been like really like badass and awesome, and now he's
what you fell in love with. Yeah. And now it's just a weak ass bitch.
No, he's not weak. Obviously, he's not weak. But it was just there was a point in that episode where I was like, I would love to see you fight as the Winter. Like, I know he's not the Winter Soldier now, but I want you to fight like you were back in the day. If you know what I mean. Like, I need to see them skills singing. But that's only because I was watching the Winter Soldier just before the second episode. So that probably didn't help because I was watching him then to now.
That whole knife thing. And
it's one of my favorite fight scenes.
Yeah, it was just...
I just love that whole movie in general.
One of the best of the MCU.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Maybe we can do like a top 10 or top 5 of like our favorite MCU movies. I think Winter Soldier will either be number 1 or number 2.
Yeah, it's number 1 for me, Winter Soldier.
And the Avengers follows closely after, because that was like in 2012, that was like the most exciting thing to come out in cinemas, and then the Winter Soldier saved the MCU after the 2 disasters that followed.
Yeah. And everyone was so amazed that the Avengers made like over $1 billion. Like, everyone's like mind blown by that. And then Endgame came out and made $2 billion. And like, jeez.
Yeah, but if you think about it, that if the one Avengers movie, the first one is like 1 billion, and Endgame is like only 2 billion.
Yeah.
But yeah, Avengers was like amazing when it came out. It was
a long time coming, for sure.
Yes, and then that you had to wait till like 2 years ago to get the answer of like what will happen to Thanos, how will they beat him, and the amount of changes Thanos has been through with his physical appearance. I remember when I saw Avengers for the first time, there was this little boy sitting next to me. I think he was like 8 years old. And the end credits scene with Thanos, and he was like, "Oh, Thanos!" And I'm like, "Whoa, this kid is a legend already." he knows Thanos. Yes, emo Bucky. Oh my god! And that, but he was like covered like this. I was like, oh my god, the hair. That was amazing. But then his hair in Civil War was not that good. I was like, that's not a good look. But he can run fast, so it's like, go get me a pizza. In this
episode, like he just took off running out of the that warehouse and like after the trucks, and then you see him like running.
Right.
I'm like, okay. Yeah.
I think he is. I think he's gonna like, because and we were saying about how like with WandaVision, and because there was how many episodes? 9. So obviously because there's 9 episodes in it, there's more than Falcon and Winter Soldier. But I think everybody keeps focusing on like, oh, these are going to answer questions, and they're going to give answers, and they're going to say like they're going to show so much. It's just the start of what's to come. So I don't think that anything really big is going to happen So I mean, yeah, sort of, but not. It's like it's not gonna be like a movie. It's a TV show, so I think it's like grown. If I'm explaining myself at all properly.
Yeah.
We know what you mean.
But already, sorry,
they're like setting stuff up for like the movies, because
Yeah,
when the movies start coming out, everyone's going to go see them, and like they know that probably not everyone will watch these shows, so which they should because they're good. But
yeah,
well, I mean, just wait until the Winter Soldier is like out, like all 6 episodes, and then watch it, because it's not really exciting or maybe from next week on. I don't know, because they're going to that one guy, Zemo.
yeah.
Yeah. Er is eine
because it's
Schießhoffe
strange with Seymour, because I thought that he was already out, so I was quite shocked to know that he was like, what was it, like a prison or something? He was in there, and I thought he was already out, so I was quite shocked in that end scene.
Well,
Black Panther spared him, so
Oh yeah.
at the end, because he wanted to make him realize like what he did was wrong, and he just never saw that he got arrested. But we know that Black Panther didn't kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing that happened during this episode that was interesting was when Bucky and Sam went to see Isaiah, and I know a lot of people were talking about that it could be like Easter eggs for what's to come in the future movies or something like that. So, like when I heard Isaiah, I know that Elijah Bradley is Patriot in the comics. So
I'm just like, hey, this is biblical.
That too. So Bucky and Sam went to see him, and like the grandson answers the door and says he's not there, and Bucky's like, tell him the guy from the bar in what was the name of it?
Going
on this year. And of course, when he hears that, he's like, I need to see it for myself. So he lets him in, and we find out that he is also a super soldier like Bucky, and that they met in the 50s. And they actually fought when the U.S. sent him in to like take care of Winter Soldier. And he ended up taking half of Bucky's arm with him. He's like, I just wanted to see if he grew it back or if he got it back.
I am Groot. I thought that was also a really, really, really good social, political, I don't know how to say it correctly, moment because of that. Like, oh, so he was the first black super soldier like Captain America, but never got mentioned. And then afterwards with the cops outside, like show your idea and, really going at Sam. I thought that was pretty nice that they brought in the awareness, like, hey.
Yeah, I like that. It was a nice touch.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing of Marvel as well, because of how big they are to actually do that and show that. Because obviously it's everything going on as well. So they should talk about that and show it. And I thought it was really done quite well.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that we've always seen in like the comics too, because comics, they have always like kind of shown what's been happening in the world like at the time. Like I know like in the 60s and 70s and all that, they always tried to like tie in like real life events into the comics. So it was nice to see that.
Yeah. Also with the banter with little kid.
Yeah. Are you the Black Falcon?
Yeah. But it's interesting, and hopefully, we will see something more with Isaiah. That would be cool, even if it's just like him grabbing something, an arm, or
Yeah.
throwing the remaining arm at someone to help Bucky out in the situation. I don't know. Like, hey, that's the arm.
But like when he picked up that tin thing off the table and threw it into the wall, like nothing. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, like talk about punching a hole in the wall. Like, who's gonna fix that, sir? Yeah, but it's horrible what they did to him, and then it makes you wonder, like, is that the DNA that they use to create these soldiers? Because we have seen these super soldiers also in Civil War, where they got shot in the head by Zemo.
Yeah.
But now these are different ones. I don't know. Is this after the blip?
Yeah. Well, he said they did experiments on him and came into a cell and stuff like that, and I'm like, that's awful. And then they locked him up for 30 years, so that.
Yeah. Talk about what's really going on in the world, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
At least we have Gabby guiding, because now I'm slowly remember everything.
So like after that, they like I think Isaiah said something about Bucky's people, and by his people he meant Hydra. So that's when he gets the idea of going to Zemo to talk to him, which may or may not be a bad idea.
Maybe Zemo will trigger him and snap him out of it and be like, "Yo, you are an assassin." Because who said it? Was it that was in the series, right? Like, you cannot wake up one day and decide who you are.
That was Isaiah.
Ah, because it's kind of like Bucky, like you're still the assassin.
Yeah.
You're not the bucket. You're Bucky.
Yeah. He was like, I was wondering if you were coming here to kill me.
Yeah.
So,
also makes me wonder what will actually happen to the one Japanese guy from the previous episode. Because are they now just going to end like a story that you end up with questions again? Like, oh, who's the missing person in WandaVision?
Yeah.
Sorry, that just popped up in my head.
I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out.
We have 4 more episodes to go.
Yeah, it's too short.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
True.
And one thing that's also a mystery is what happened in Budapest.
Yes! Hopefully, Black Widow will give some sort of answer to that in her upcoming movie. I also hope, probably not going to happen, but I really hope that there's Bucky in that movie, just as, even if her like training, in the Red Room or whatever.
I'm with you. I agree. I'm there.
Yes.
MCU, like they have to, like, if they don't, but like what they're doing, like they need to.
They have to. Also, put in some romance there, her getting knocked up, and that's the reason why they removed everything. As she said, I'm a monster, and why? Oh, because I cannot have babies, because Bucky gave me triplets once, and
they actually have a relationship in the comics.
Yeah, I need that. Just like Black Widow and the Punisher, that one animated movie, and I have one comic here. I'm like, yes. Yeah, but yeah, fucking Frank Castle, the Sicilian god, and then you have Natasha Romanoff, the Russian vodka drinker, coming together. It's like, yes.
Hmm. Interesting theory.
I guess we'll never know. I think actually our theories, as in the fan theories in general, are actually more badass than what Marvel has in mind. Because obviously it's Mephisto.
Yeah. All these theories about with WandaVision, like, just went out the window.
All the theories, right? And then in the end, you just get like, boner. Marvel missed out.
So then, the Flag Smashers, that whole group, they're smuggling supplies or something for their mission to restore the world to like the blip era. So they ended up getting away, sadly, but.
And here I thought that Red Hat would be like a friend.
Yeah, and she's a leader.
Pippi Longstock. Come on. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Because, I don't know, maybe there's a whole theory behind it that makes you, in a way, sympathize with them. Like, yeah, they're actually right.
Yeah, because they were saying, like, the government cares more about the people coming back than they do about the ones that were survived.
Well, yeah, in a way. I mean, you also see it happening with... I mean, there's an entire disaster going on. I mean, Sam cannot even get a loan because everybody's coming back and they all need a loan. And the entire world is one big, pardon my language, clusterfuck. And everybody has to find their way again. Whereas in 5 years, everybody, as Steve Rogers said, I think in Endgame, like, you moved on. Like, even though it hurts, but you continue.
Mm-hmm.
In that talking group, I think in the beginning of the movie or whatever it is that he said, but you continue and suddenly everybody, billions of people are coming back. Yeah, of course it's a disaster. I mean, Thanos was right in the end.
Yeah, in a way. So the government's just trying to scramble and get all the resources and everyone's social securities and all that.
Right, and then to calm everybody down, they gave you like hope that, like, oh, here's a symbol, here you have a new Captain America. Like, it don't work like that.
No.
Just to cover up their own mistakes, right? That's how it usually goes. What they really need, the MCU, is the mafia. I will make you an offer. I will make you an offer you cannot refuse.
They'll straighten things up real quick.
I mean, Frank Castle, he's basically Sicilian, like the Sicilian temper is showing because give the guy a gun and everybody is just like gone.
Mm-hmm.
There's your answer. We need more violence. Bring in the Punisher. Basically, think about it. If the Punisher was there during Infinity War, he would have blasted everybody already, like, back into like the heavens, be like, not today, suckers.
Yep.
That's the Punisher. It's
I really
probably
wish
an
that would have
episode.
happened.
Wouldn't that just be badass? Like, all these character development that you had throughout the years, the Frank Castle walks in, like slow motion with all the smoke around him, and then like the slow motion gun appearing, and then the other one, and Terminator music.
Oh man.
And then just disappears. He's like, fuck this shit, I'm done here.
Yeah. So is there anything else that stood out to you guys that we didn't talk about?
Can I just say this scene, what we already talked about, but with when Sam went out of the plane, he's the Falcon so he can fly, and then there was the face of Bucky like, I don't have a parachute, so he literally just like whipped the thing off his arm and just jumped. I was like, legend. Who else can do that? I was really impressed. And then after all that, he ran all the way to the warehouse. And I was like, yeah.
That was
amazing.
cool.
That was really cool. But like, it was just the facial expressions that he does. It's like, oh, like, why do I have to do this?
Also, the banter when they're sitting all in that Jeep thingy, and then the guy goes, "I'm Battlestar." He's like, "Stop the truck," and he's just like,
he just
"No."
stops off. He's like, I'm not having it.
And then Sam, who is right, you know, like when the Captain Jaw is like, you know, it will be an honor to have Captain's wingman right next to me. And then Sam's like, it's always that last line. And it's true. It's always that last sentence. It's like, damn it, why did you have to ruin that? You almost had him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
But when they started talking about Steve and everything, they're like, no.
It's a touchy subject. Just don't do it. Shut up. Hey, Sarah.
Hey.
Good morning from Australia. Oh, the Punisher is also just fine, oh Bucky. Yes. See, everybody is like agreeing that Frank Castle could have like ended and avoided the entire catastrophe that is known as Infinity War and Endgame, you know?
Yeah.
Like the portal, it would just be that music, doom, doom, doom. That it would just be the Punisher walking forward. There's no armies, just the Punisher. That would have been legend. I want to see that.
All right, have a good day.
Hi.
Thanks for dropping by.
You, Sarah. Oh, I mean, Louie, thank you. Because I mean, Sarah also said work. I was like, oh. Sorry. But yeah, we need a new Infinity War portal scene with just a Punisher.
I wouldn't mind seeing Daredevil and Jessica Jones either come through there. And Luke Cage.
I hope it's true that the guy that played Daredevil in the Netflix series is going to appear in that Spidey movie, because I like him as an actor, because I thought he was amazing in Boardwalk Empire. And then he was like Daredevil. I was like, wow, he went from like working with Lucky Luciano to like being Daredevil in Hell's Kitchen. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be cool. Hence my new name, Sansolo Luciano.
Yeah.
Say hello to my gangster friend. Sorry. It's water, I promise.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is all I can think of. That's pretty much all my notes.
That's a lot of notes still. Really?
Not as many as I normally have.
Well, with WandaVision, we went crazy because that was really well put together, if that's how you say it correctly, or put well together, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, that really made me excited. But again, I think maybe is there get really a hype going on with the show. I mean, I don't really feel as much as with WandaVision, because it was like, as soon as it was out there, the new episode, everybody like on Instagram went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh, here's my reaction video, like the most ugliest screen saver, like, this is me reacting to like the new episode of Winter Soldier. Like, really? Just fucking watch the thing and enjoy it. Instead of like, oh my god, did he just fly? That's just so fake. But that's just my banter.
I mean, who knows? It will probably like pick up. I'm hoping.
I don't know. I think in a way, I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, what I wanted to say was that maybe that Marvel kind of messed it up with hyping up WandaVision in a total wrong way that got the whole world excited for something that never existed in the first place. But
Yeah.
it's a nice thing to, have your weekend starting with. And now, after this is done, it's like 2 months till Loki.
Loki.
It's long.
Oh, that Loki. Don't even get me started.
Oh.
Loki. So, Loki is my all-time favorite Marvel character. So that is big, big hype for me. But I also love Winter Soldier. He's up there with one of my favorites. So I really want this to show more of what he can do, because I know he's Bucky, but he is also the Winter Soldier, and he always will be in a way. So
Yeah.
to show, like, you know what I mean? The need to show more of what he can do. But yeah,
True.
but I love the show. I am a huge fan. And like, it's only the second episode, and I did enjoy it. But I'm just not as hyped. But I think it's more of the case. I don't know what to expect.
Same.
Which is also
I
a
don't
good
know
thing.
I don't know what's gonna happen, and I don't want to believe any of the rumors or any of the hype anymore. So it's like, I don't know what's
We've learned.
I don't know what's going to happen with this TV show. I don't know what direction it's going to go in. And as well, they're two completely different TV shows. So it is extreme. This one is more like the normal Marvel. So it's kind of making us have a break. So with WandaVision, it messed with our heads. And we were always hyped, and we were always thinking about what's going to happen here. With this, it's more normal Marvel, so it's more action-based, and it's other characters and how they're dealing with it. And then
More
with
human.
Loki, yeah, exactly, more human. And Sam, he even said that, the big three. And yeah, that is what. And then with Loki, it's going to be in space in another reality. So it's going
Whole
to be
different
all
timeline too. Like with Loki,
yeah.
you definitely don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as well with Loki, it'll be the villain Loki, because with like the Loki that we know, he was good in the end, like he redeemed himself. But with this Loki, he's a villain as he started out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's why
So
everyone likes him.
Yeah. Oh, I love him. Love him.
Like nothing ever happened before, like not even Ragnarok Loki. Like that's all in the past, it's in our memories. But have you seen the disaster that's going on because of episode 1? There's actual like serious cancel culture going on with episode 1 about Tony Stark never having given money to any of the superheroes while he's a multimillionaire. That people are like, they want to cancel Tony Stark. Like, really, it's a fictional character. But seriously, that's going on. I'm like, really? Aren't you supposed to cancel Nick Fury to begin with? Then he's the one that brought them all together with. Hey, Joe.
See ya. Thanks for joining.
The ridiculousness. So who knows? But I hope next week with Zemo that's gonna start something.
Yeah.
Even if it's just in Bucky's mind.
Mm-hmm. And they mentioned Sharon too. So.
Yeah, she's also been seen in the trailer, right?
We'll eventually see her. I hope next episode.
Right? And then it's like, have any of y'all seen Steve? Well, darling, he went back in time and he met up with your aunt again.
Yeah.
Think about it, right? That's pretty stupid.
I know, it's just kind of weird, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, even though Aunt Peggy moved on with her life, he went back and now you're his daughter. Gonna talk about Disney. Ooh. No, I'll be canceled.
Anything else?
No, just the expectations next week for what Zemo gonna bring, because you had this dramatic classical music playing. I think they call it Requiem classic. And I'm like, okay, and then you see him, and I'm like, okay, this is good. And then end credits. I'm like, God damn it!
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, ah.
I was like, this is already 10 seconds longer than the episode last week. And then, I
guess we'll find out. So.
Yeah, but I'm not as excited. But who knows? Maybe next week. That will be the episode that I will just come here with a notebook full with notes, like, yo. But it's also nice that there is there are many Easter eggs, but it's not as ridiculous as with WandaVision, the whole hexagon thing and and it's like, damn.
There was just so much in WandaVision, like.
Yeah, in a good way also, and that this is more relaxed, like just enjoy the show, enjoy the ride, well, enjoy the jokes. Because that's it so far. Enjoy the jaw. Say hello to the most hated guy in America right now, Captain Jaw.
Captain Jaw.
I mean, the whole thing that he has here, like the emphasis is like even more like damn.
Yeah. Like I keep seeing this picture online with the old man from the movie Up.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. It looks like him.
I know. Like when my mom and I were watching it, like she's like the first thing she said when she saw him, like his face is all scrunched up.
He needs to go to Korea and get himself a
so Harville have just posted this. Like how can they do that? Like that is just like, I know it's a fictional character, but how can you no? Where's Steve? And I know he's not there, but that is disrespectful to Steve Rogers. What is that?
Well, I guess that's also a way to get the people talking, because everybody was in a way happy that he got his dance.
But like, why not call him? But why not call him U.S. agent like he is in the
comics? That's why I don't. Yeah,
because it's more controversial, Like this is something that will get the fans all like everybody was like clapping it at the cinema when Steve was having the dance with Peggy in the end, and like, oh, and then this guy shows up like, yeah, I am not Tony Stark. I am not Banner. I am one with guts.
Well, oh, that's
trust me, we're gonna love him in the end.
Yeah.
with the grenade thing.
Yeah,
I was like, did you cover the grenade? And he's like,
yeah, 3 times actually with my helmet. my reinforced helmet.
Like, in a way, he actually just really is what Captain America should be about, in a way.
And actually, I did read this morning that the actor that played him was he originally auditioned for Steve Rogers in the in the first Captain America film. And it was this morning I read about that. No, thank you, Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is actually true. Like, he auditioned for the part of Steve Rogers, like, for Captain America in the first Avenger.
Well, I can't not like unsee it, like I see that he kind of fits the description of Captain America, and so far, yeah, I mean, at least I just mock him because of his job, but but in a way, he does fit the description, and so far he is still playing by the rules, with when the guys say Sam and Bucky, like, no, we're free agents, we do whatever the fuck we want. And he's like, okay, then stay out of my way. Before I have to arrest your ass, just like what's the guy what's the other guy, War Machine, that he was like, congratulations, Captain, you're a criminal.
Well, like, the thing is, he doesn't have any powers, but like, as far as like the military training and all that, but you're right, he does fit the description, but the only difference is he doesn't have like super strength or endurance and stuff.
Just like Tony said, anything special about you came out of a bottle. He is the real deal. Mr. Walker.
Yep. And we kind of see that in the fight scene too, because he randomly shows up, which I wasn't expecting to happen.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it was, but it just hurt a bit because I was like, oh, Steve's not
well,
there.
Bucky was still standing there.
Yeah, he was just like, what's going on?
Really? You have like a turbo Wakanda arm, like, do something.
Yeah, that's what I thought in that scene. Like, they were both holding him, and he was like stood like that, and I'm like, why you just stood there? You can easily get out of that. Come on, just use your arm. That's what it's there for. But he didn't. We're playing out Bucky.
Well, I like how
cancel culture for Bucky
caught the shield, and like the guy took it from him and look on his face. It's like, really?
Because that's just his desire to take the shield, and that was also a nice thing, with where Sam was making Bucky realize, like, when he's like, can't we just take the shield? It's like, yeah, well, last time Captain and I did that, we were like hiding for 2 years, basically because of Bucky. Like, a lot of things went to shit because of you.
Yeah.
And I guess that's also still eating in Bucky. He needs to let that go. And I think that's also what the whole therapy thing is for, like the whole thing, like, you have to give peace to everyone that you hurt in order to maybe set yourself free, because you're free to do whatever you want. You just have to set yourself free. Wow. It's like a whole therapy session right here, right? Woosah. I just need Al Pacino in this series. That's Mephisto.
I'm sure you would have loved to see Al Pacino walk through one of the portals.
My lord. Like, I watched a movie last night. It's Cruising. It's from 1979. It's about the gay scene in New York, and he goes undercover in the gay scene because he has to find a killer. Damn, like, he's wearing a leather, and it's like, oh my god. Yes. I know Simone, that you're against leather. I just hope it's fake leather, but it was the 70s, so it's probably real leather. But you know the division of Pacino, you know, like because I used to see him only in a suit, and then it's like, woo. That extra skin layer. No, no. Okay.
So
We're
Simone, do you
still-
have any Falcon and Winter Soldier artwork coming?
No.
Yeah, I'm going to do a portrait of Sam and Bucky, and I'm going to do some stills. Like I said last week, I'm going to, because I've finally got my tablet and working and starting after a week of it's been extremely stressful trying to set it up. It's finally done, and I've started some today. And yeah, so especially with the first episode with the hashback scene, I've captured a picture of a fight with Winter Soldier, and I'm going to paint that. So I'm excited to paint that.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, there's actually two that I want to paint, but then obviously as the show goes along, I would like to paint like other stills and stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah, so
The
excited.
therapy session with the legs.
I could actually do that.
Is that close enough?
But yeah,
Yeah.
Excited to see your future artwork.
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, I've got a lot planned. But yeah,
Oh, Kika Liquor is still here.
oh, thank you.
Yeah. Got some
Oh,
fans in
thank
the
you very much.
Woo!
chat.
I do my best.
Well, that's all we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do my best sleeping all day.
I wish I could sleep all day.
Yeah.
I could
wish.
actually.
Like I've actually thought about doing a female Winter Soldier cosplay, honestly.
Oh, you know what? It's weird you've said that because last week I was going to message you and say that's what you should cosplay. I was going to say you should do that. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, like I mean, obviously the hair works because it's long. Like I saw this that mask.
Diego!
Yeah, Diego says hi. So I saw that mask on Amazon. Like it's on my wish list. So I'm like really thinking about getting that. And then I just need to figure out the rest of the costume. So that would be cool.
Gabby will be communist.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
And put some like black eyeshadow around my eyes and stuff.
Oh, you can go totally emo. It's like my everyday look. Yes. I thought that Gabby was actually going there. It was just like, yeah, I'm actually trying to. And I was like, oh, she's like trying to do a stream where she's sleeping all day. But then, like, doing cosplay. It's like, damn it. Maybe I should do a stream just sleeping all day. I mean, technically, I am the Sleeping Beauty. Nice, quiet cricket sound. Thank you.
Yeah, that is pretty much all we got because I don't have any more.
Pizza wrap.
Yeah.
But next week.
Yeah, we will be back next week for episode 3.
That's halfway. That's halfway.
I know.
That is insane. It's not enough.
It is. Or probably episode 5 for like, is it over yet?
But then all you have to think is with Loki, I think they're doing, is it 12 or maybe 14 episodes? confirmed. Yeah, I've read it online that it was actually like a spokesman from Marvel actually said that Loki is going to have the most episodes, and I think it's costing the most as well, like for visual effects.
Does that mean it will be his last appearance, maybe?
No, don't be saying no. They can't do that. They can't do what they've done in Infinity War and then bring him back and take him away again. No.
Maybe, because, he is a fan favorite, but, but even Tony Stark was a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
true.
but no.
It's okay.
You can't do this.
He will stay, Simone. He will die in episode 2, and then the rest is like Lokina, it's like a female Loki thing.
I mean, they honestly did Loki dirty, like in Infinity War, because they killed him in like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, because he was.
I was ready to walk out.
Yeah, same. Because it was the same with what I just said about the Winter Soldier and with Bucky, where the MCU, I think, with some characters, they really watered down like the powers or what they can do. And with Loki, like if you think about it, he's the equivalent to like Doctor Strange. He's very powerful. Like, and as Sam says, he's a wizard with a hat. Basically, is that what he said? The wizard,
Yes.
and he's like, no, he is a wizard with a hat. He is one of the big 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that they do more for Loki and actually show what he can do. But then he died because he tried to kill Thanos with a knife. Like, what is that about? No, that was a big mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, it was character overkill, so they just wanted to hurt us in the feels, I guess, right away.
Yeah.
They couldn't kill off Tony Stark just yet because I was betting with my friend from Scotland, like, they're going to kill the first big 3. They're going to kill Stark, Hulk, and Thor. Oh, no, and Steve. No, instead of the Hulk, it's going to be Steve. So Steve, Tony,
Thor.
and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're halfway there, people.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, Loki.
Yeah.
Then we're going to have to send all the tissues we can over to England. Don't cry for me, oh, see me.
All right, so as we said, we will be back next week for episode 3.
Yes.
So as always, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.
Oh, I see Kirk. What's up, Kirk? Oh, his comment will pop up in a second.
Oh.
We all got comments.
There it is. Oh.
Kirk.
Hi.
Hey.
Thanks for dropping in. You were just dropping things up so you can catch us on the rewind.
He says that I'll catch on the rewind. If you don't, we will have a quiz later on, Kirk, to see if you really watched the entire episode on the rewind. Dun, dun, dun.
But like I said, thanks for joining, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Boop, boop.
Bye.